Welcome back. Today we will go over how to buy and sell a home at the same time. It's called a contingent sale, and it can be done in our wild seller's market like today, but it has to be done right to keep you safe and to succeed. And I see it in that order. First I keep you safe, and then we succeed. Hi, I'm Terry Hunter, real estate broker here in South Orange County, California, and one of only a handful of certified master negotiators in the over 100,000 agents in our local MLF. Before we get started, please do me a favor. If you find my videos helpful, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up so I know exactly what you want to hear more about. Session number 3 is this session and the last of 3 sessions. And today we're covering the details of getting your offer accepted by your seller. This is the last session of the series. It will make a lot more sense to you if you've already watched sessions 1 and 2, especially session 2, even though it's pretty long and detailed. If you haven't, then I suggest you watch it now and come back to this video afterwards. We left off in session number 2 with you having sold your home with all buyer contingencies removed. I need to be able to tell your seller that although our purchase is contingent on or subject to, however you want to say it, the sale of your home, that's already done. It's already a done deal and taken care of. I will demonstrate to them that all contingencies have already been removed, and it's just a matter of closing your sale concurrently with your purchase of the seller's home. This is why there cannot be any loose ends. It has to be a nice, neat package that we can give to your seller. So let's recap and add some details to what our offer to your seller needs to look like in order for you to win. Number 1, offer a good enough price. This does not necessarily mean the highest price. Since I share my commission with you 50-50, you can offer over the asking price at no cost to you. You should expect to offer their asking price plus your share of the commission at least. For example, on the median price home of $800,000, that's likely $10,000 from me to offer over the asking price. If this is the right home for you, you might want to offer more than my $10,000. The passé concept of a spirited back and forth negotiation between you and the seller, it's not going to happen. So your first offer needs to be your best offer. Buying is more like a beauty contest than a buyer-seller back and forth negotiation. The seller is likely to just pick the offer that he likes the best, or just ask everybody to make their highest and best offer. Item B is safely give up your opportunity to create a hassle or to haggle or to back out over inspections. It's not safe to just blindly remove all contingencies, but we can safely get close enough. I had my attorney draw paperwork that handles this legally and safely. It's exactly the same paperwork that I said we would have our buyer sign. It basically signals to your seller that we won't hassle him, we won't back out as long as there's nothing wrong with the foundation, the structure, the roof, or the mechanicals. Or that the seller can fix anything that is a problem except for the foundation. If the foundation is bad, we don't want the home at all. Item number C is agree to accept an appraisal that's below the contract price if possible. You'll need to have extra cash available to do this. Your cash position and your good judgment will determine the details. Although you will be getting cash from me in the thousands, not all of that is available to you to cover a low appraisal. This is because by law, the cash from me can only go for closing costs or to prepay your taxes or prepay your HOA fees and so forth. Although my broker cash to you will free up the cash you would have spent on closing costs, you will still need to use part of that freed up cash for the extra down payment on the higher price that you're going to be offering. So if your cash position does not permit us to say that we'll accept an appraisal that's at least $10,000 under the contract price, we won't say anything at all about it. By the way, just as I will point out to your buyer that the appraisal value is just an estimate by a guy or a gal with a real estate license who doesn't sell real estate, it's just a value that the appraiser can justify to the lender, not some absolute truth from on high. I had one sale where the first appraisal was more than $100,000 under the sale price. The lot was 50% bigger than other lots in the neighborhood, and there were 2 pools, a waterfall, a grotto, and a water slide in the backyard. And most buyers groaned and figured they would have to pay extra money to tear out this excessive play area. However, the winning buyer considered to be Disneyland in his backyard for his daughters and their friends, where he could keep an eye on things. The right home is worth extra to the right buyer. And once we have the buyer signed, the second and third appraisals came in at the sale price and over. By the way, the third appraisal was from the second lender. The buyer retained 2 lenders because he didn't want anything to get in the way of him getting his dream home. So he had 2 lenders working on the loan at the same time. Item D is be generous and flexible with your move-in requirements to make it easy on the seller. I had one situation where I found out that the seller's daughter was graduating from high school. The seller wanted his family to be left alone to enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime event before all his daughter's friends, went their own different ways to college and so forth. I drafted a wide-open agreement to allow the seller to specify when to close and when they would vacate. In the end, I got a call from the listing agent saying he was flabbergasted. And I asked him, "Why are you flabbergasted?" He said, "I have 9 offers here, including 3 of them all cash, and they're higher than yours. But my seller wants your 20% down offer." My buyer got the home because the all-cash buyer agents just didn't get it about what was most important to the seller. They figured that with all cash, they could just be pushy about occupancy and get the seller out. They were wrong, and my buyer won. It isn't as complicated as it seems for somebody like me who lives and breathes real estate day after day. However, it's also not simple or automatic. So I will do my very best, just as though I were buying for myself, to make this happen for you. Click here to watch a brief video with my bio to let you know a little bit about me so you know my values and whether we would be a good match. As you have likely figured out, I don't wing it when it's time to serve my clients. I want no unforeseen trip-ups. So if you're looking for a loosey-goosey, laid-back buddy type, I'm likely not the right broker for you. So check it out and see what you think. If this information has been valuable to you, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Also share with any friends and family who could benefit from my focus, my experience, and my commission sharing. I'm available to answer any questions you may have about residential real estate in California, and you can leave comments below, or you can text me or phone me for that matter at 949-278-1595, or you can email me at terry@hunter-broker.com.